Hi, how you doing? This is Georgina Zagata, your holistic healthcare practitioner by choice. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about pre-diabetes. Please like and subscribe as well. That way we can keep making nice and good, clean content here. All right. So, what is the purpose of me doing this kind of videos? The purpose for me to doing these videos is for you to have a different point of view about your health. You can go ahead and improve your health tremendously if you do the right thing. Now, it's not such a thing as you just take medication and then you will improve, because it doesn't exist. Like medicine has failed miserably in us because we're just thinking and taking the cookie cutter approach where it's just take a medication and that's going to be it, and that's not been working because more and more we've been having health problems, serious health problems. Now, COVID-19 right now is a strike us and everybody's into the COVID-19 thing, but bad diabetes is taking over our health for real. They say that by 2035, most kids, one and two kids that we have right now, they're going to be diabetic. Yes, diabetes is going to be like 50% of the population by 2032, which is not too far away from us right now, from now. Okay, it's only what, 10 years from now, 11 years from now, or so. Anyways, we can go ahead and prevent it if we do the right thing. And now, but we have to know where we're at in order to see where we're going, right? So you have no idea you're pre-diabetic, you're in pre-diabetic stage, so you're not going to be able to do anything. Now, one of the things that a lot of people tell me, I've been to the doctor, I have nothing, because the doctor say I'm healthy. Well, let me explain to you something. Sometimes you can go to a checkup, and a few days later you can get an serious chronic disease. And I can tell you based on experience, when my son was a year old, he got diagnosed 3 days after he got a checkup with an autoimmune disorder. So he got a checkup and vaccines, and then 3 days later, he was having these symptoms of autoimmune disorder. So a checkup is useless because a lot of the times the doctors they miss a lot of blind spots in your health. So if you don't do a detailed intake or detailed consultation, the stuff that matter to you, then it will make a huge difference the outcome. Because if you have everything, sometimes I have to send people to do genetic testing, because in the genetic testing they can go ahead and show you that you may have something change in there, right? So what are the questions that you got to ask yourself if you are thinking that maybe you are pre-diabetic? Number one, did you have fat in your abdominal cavity? I'm sorry. If you have fat in your abdominal cavity, most likely you will become diabetic at one point. This is the worst fat at all, because that's where you have your all your organs. So if your organs are fat, most likely they don't working properly. So if they don't working properly, then you will be having trouble in the future with your organs. Now, recently it started a lot of the buzz about cancer, liver cancer, but a lot of people thinking you can have liver cancer only when you are alcoholic, but it's not. Now everybody's coming out with the idea, if you have fat around your liver, you're going to be having cirrhosis, and out of that you can have cancer. So the fat around your abdominal cavity is the worst fat, and if you have that, you can address a bit with detoxification, with proper nutrition. But you see, the food, the nutrition, and the fat, and the new diets and stuff is just a lot of buzz, but a lot of the stuff they don't address the underlying issues of what you really have. So please be mindful of that. All right. If you have overweight, most likely you're going to become diabetic one day. If you have high blood pressure is not a normal thing, but most of the people over 40 now they experimenting high blood pressure, and it's not something that you have to live with it. All right. Now the other one is high cholesterol. Cholesterol can be a sign of maybe you can have diabetes in the future, okay? High triglycerides. If you don't do 30 minutes of exercise a week, for instance, as well, you're more prone to it. You have family with diabetes. Now, when it becomes to genetics, okay, a lot of people say, well, I'm going to have them anyways because my mom has it, my dad has it. But I mean, think about it. If my mom or my dad has it, and then our brothers and sisters, so that means they don't have the same genetics. So it's not possible that they have the same genetics because they're not related, right? So why they becoming diabetic, both of them? And it's not genetics. Actually, in genetics, the latest research shows that 2% of the population only have bad genetics. The rest of it, we have a very good genetics. The rest of it is environmental and nutrition. Even cancer and diabetes in this case, and all the chronic conditions, people think that it has something to do with the genetics. Is not. Is the environmental. Now, think about this. Mom and dad, they have the same environment and they have the same diet. So that's why most likely they're going to become diabetic, not because the genetics, the original genetics, okay? Now, genetics mutate, this is DNA, this is RNA. When RNA is the copy of the DNA, right? So RNA is the one they change, and that's where they put the tags, what they call it, and they change the epigenetics. That's what they changing. And this is the one they change, this one never changed. But it's always this one can come back to this one because this is the original. So it's just this one is the one that's up there, and that's the one they're making the changes. But in reality, this one is the environmental nutrition, the what you gunk that you have in your life is this one. But the original is still intact, and you can always come back to homeostasis. That's what they call it in natural medicine, homeostasis. So that you can always come back to this if you give it the proper thing to your body. Now, if you have any of these things, most likely you become diabetic in the future. Now, it's good time for you to do something now, because if you're pre-diabetic, you can go ahead and reverse all the symptoms and you don't have to be diabetic in the future. Now, how do you do that? I do it in 3 stages. First of all, I don't use the cookie cutter approach like in the normal doctors. I don't go and do a checkup and everybody's the same questions and then the same answers and that's it. No, we're going to in depth customized one-on-one consultation where you can get a lot of information, where you can go ahead and it's close to having like a lab test. Because I mean, my thing is a little depth. It's not the same thing that you did in the doctor, okay? Now, we can address you issues, and most of the people, what are the issues that they have when they are pre-diabetes? Number one, toxins. It's certain toxins that we're exposed every single day that they can affect your hormones, like for instance, mercury, lead, aluminum, glyphosate. And I can go ahead and go on all day long, but it's a lot of pesticides that they can go ahead and disrupt your hormones. And one of the hormones is insulin, right? So if you're exposed to toxins, and all of us were exposed to toxins, it's not just you or me, it's everybody. And now a lot of the chronic conditions has become the toxins. Now, if you address nutrition before, it doesn't work because the food is not able to absorb due to the toxins, the overload of toxins. So you have to detoxify, and it has to be a cellular detoxification, a real detoxification, because not everybody knows about detoxification. And I mean, and you can go to YouTube and get whatever the newer detox that they pull up there, but it don't mean that you can go ahead and get results. You can even harm yourself if you do it incorrectly, okay? Number one is detoxification. Number two has to be, without doubt, nutritional deficiencies. A lot of the times we don't really understand that we have a lot of nutrition deficiencies due to taking medication, due to alcohol intake, sugar intake, and a lot of medications that we take in, a lot of them, things that they are so simple as aspirin. We don't think about aspirin is going to hurt you. Yeah, aspirin can leach some of the nutrients out of your body, or contraceptives. They can leach some of the nutrients out of your body. Acid blockers. A lot of people, they don't understand that a lot of these things, they can go ahead and cause you nutritional deficiencies. Corticosteroids. Like right now, I have really, really, really bad asthma. A few days out flare a few days ago, and I have to take steroids. I know that for a fact that that can affect me in the long run, but nutritional deficiencies. So I have to address it, and I have to go ahead and start preventing to be in that situation again, right? Hormone replacement drugs. A lot of people, when they have hormone issues, they put in replacements, and those replacements, they can cause you nutritional deficiencies. Anti-diabetic drugs also can go ahead and leach a lot of your nutrients, and blood pressure drugs. So if you are taking any of these vitamins or drugs, or diet drugs, basically, they will be go ahead and you will be reflecting in your nutritional deficiency. All right. Now, the other one is stress or emotional or psychology. To me, it's not just like a stress that you can go ahead and do some exercise and that's it. But also too, we got to talk about the mental aspect, the emotional aspect, and also too what you can do in order for you to improve your life. It's certain things that you can do that can improve your life, and they can be easier, but also too, you have to address it. Now, another issue that a lot of diabetics or pre-diabetics have is parasites. Parasites is something that you cannot get sometimes in the results, in the blood test, or in the urine test, or in the poop test. If you have feces tests, sometimes they check for parasites, and sometimes they don't come out that you have anything, and they're hidden somewhere, and they're affecting you. So you got to get rid of all of it in order for you to improve. Now, most of the time, if you address all these underlying issues, you'll be fine, and you will go ahead and eventually a lot of your symptoms, they're going to get rid of it, and you're going to have a very good lifestyle. Now, if you go back to do what you used to do, it's going to go back to square one, and you have to be doing it as a lifestyle. Now, not medicine, in reality, you have to go ahead and get involved in your taking care of your health, because I can go ahead and give you a consultation, I can go ahead and give you the best advice in the world, but you have to act on it. You don't act on it, it's pointless. It's not good. It's not going to help you. And it's not, like I say, the cookie cutter approach that you take a medicine and that's it. Because a lot of people that take medicine, they still have tons of symptoms, and they don't take care of themselves, and they don't heal, and they don't improve their health 100%. So this is why you got to take care of your health, and this is why you have to check if you have any other questions in there that you wanted to, if you wanted to get these questions. I can go ahead and send you the form, happily ever after. That way you can go ahead and check if you have any pre-diabetes symptoms. If you do, please address it right now. I do customize one-on-one consultation, and please don't go with conventional doctors or with alternative doctors that they use. They just use a lot of supplements in order to you to cover the symptoms. You have to go ahead and address it from the root of the cause. If you don't address it for the root of the cause, you're going to be in the same shoe for the rest of your life. So if you have, you are wanting to do a customized consultation, please let me know. Visit me at highperformancecare.com, and over there you can go ahead and sign up for the one-on-one consultation, and you will be surprised what you get in there. Now, I'm there for transforming lives, not to get your money. And if you don't get anything done, anything profitable, good in the long run, we'll be more than happy to refund it, every penny that you spend with us, because we are in the business for transforming life. All right, not taking somebody's money, because that's not our intention. Anyways, until next time, please subscribe, visit us, and highperformancecare.com. And thank you very much. God bless you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.